There are two ways on creating interview schedule. One is through interviews, create shared schedule, and the other one is under candidate job grids. Basically, it's the same process, so let's just choose to create under the candidate job grid. On the process folder, right-click on the screening, manage interviews, and then click on create bulk interview. Supply the details, code, description, location, choose any location, room, coordinator that the candidate can contact, status, current, any notes, choose the panel member, provide the appointment instruction to the candidate, and then choose if the candidate can self-book or not, and then choose the self-book end. Day of interview, 1 day before interview, so let's choose day of interview, then hit save. And you will be routed here. So under the generate bookings, choose the start date of the interview, the end date of the interview, start time, the duration of the interview, say 10 minutes only. If there are any break, so no break since it's just 10 minutes. The location of the interview, blackout, this time in panel's calendar, so you can choose yes or no. And then it will generate you how many candidate slots that will be created. So you can also tick on working days only or include non-working days. Then click on the generate button. So all those 12 slots will be created. Then click on next button. On this tab, the configure communications, you can start to configure the invitation email. Say for example, invitation email. So if the candidate is booked, then it will automatically send to the candidate an email. Or if the candidate is booked or the candidate booked, an email will be sent to him for a reminder email. Same here, recruiter books and unbooks. So if a candidate unbooks, a confirmation email or unbooking email will be sent to the candidate, and as well as if you tick on the include recruiter. And candidate self-books and unbooks, it's the same. Then click on the finish button, just for this example. To make sure those interview schedule are created, so let's search for the slots. So interview status should be available. Then hit on search. So here are the 12 slots that we have created. We are ready to book. Click on the back button. The recruiter can now book the candidate into an interview. So right-click, Manage Interviews, select Interview Date Time, and then select the time slot. So these are the 12 slots that we have created. So select one, and then ready to go. We can now book this specific candidate. So from the candidate grid, you can also view that the candidate has been booked into this time slot. How to unbook is just simply click on Remove Booking. And that booking will be removed. Again, another way to create an interview on this specific candidate is right-click, Manage Interview, Create New Interview. Select the date and time. Select the panel. Status, appointment instruction. Click on the Send Notification to Candidate. Then you can select any template on the notification. And then tick on Notification to Panel Member. You can also select a template to your panel. You can add any documents, add application form, then simply click on Save. And then scroll on the side, and then now you can see that this candidate is booked. You can also send a calendar reminder to your candidate by Manage Interviews, Calendar Reminder, and then you can set this up like candidate 1 month in a job, and then when do you want to remind him. So you have selected the template, and then remind at, say a day before, what time, reminder setup, the time zone, and then from who do you want to remind. You can remind the candidate or maybe the recruiter or the candidate. Yeah. And then the one that you have selected, the template, it will display the body here, and you can change, and then just click on Send button, and then that will remind the candidate or the recruiter or whichever the resource that you have selected.